Hi, I'm Ember Conley, host for Political Peaks. Today, I'm joined with Mayor Witt, who is a candidate for our 1st Congressional District in Utah. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you so much, Ember. Glad to be here.
Awesome. The 1st Congressional District is a very large district covering many parts of northern Utah. What really gives you the background to be able to represent such a large district and one that has so much diversity?
You know, what I love about this district is the diversity. And I like to say it's the top of Utah and the shoulder, because we have Vernal, the Uinta Basin, and then we have Summit County and Park City. And then we have, suburban area along the Wasatch Front. And then we have Cache County, we've got Weber, Box Elder. And I think really what binds all of us together is these are just salt of the earth people. And that's the people I want to be working with. And I'm talking about preserving freedom, expanding opportunity, reigniting patriotism, and really opening up the economy so that people can live their best lives right here in this district.
So one of your platforms that I've been able to read about really is around patriotism. And as a mayor, you're very familiar with making policy, implementing policy. Give us some examples of what you would do for our 1st Congressional District around your platform of increasing patriotism.
When I'm talking about increasing patriotism, do you remember September 12th? That's, when we were all together, one people, one nation, one purpose. And I feel sad that my kids don't remember that time. They don't remember how we came together as a nation. And I think we're missing that right at this moment. However, as we're going through COVID-19, it is not a tragedy that happened all in one instance, but we are experiencing a tragedy here in our nation. And what we need to be doing is coming together to find solutions and be able to really champion the American spirit. And that's what I want to do, is convene, bring people together to be able to make a difference, be part of something bigger than any one person.
As a female leader, you have probably a different perspective as well. Talk to me about some of the challenges that you've had in that policy-making situation as a female leader.
I have to say, I love the people that I work with. My department heads, all male, city managers, male, and in Davis County, most of the mayors are male. I love these guys. We get along great. I don't ever feel that I don't have a voice. I always feel like my opinion matters, my voice counts. And so I haven't had any real pushback as far as that is concerned. I think what I do notice is there's an unconscious bias. And that's why I'm glad I'm there, because I can point out, what about this? And there was an instance where I was in a meeting with some of these dear people that I love. And it was recommended that this group put in a Christmas tree for an event. And one of the men said, yes, and I volunteer Katie Witt and this other lady to be in charge of that. And I'm like, no, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I know that I'm good at decorating Christmas trees. So, I think it's just an unconscious bias thing. I don't see that it is necessarily on purpose. But women in government are really important, and we really need more women, especially here in Utah, to step forward and be involved. And because I think that the more voices you hear, the better public policy you get. So that's why I love serving here.
Because of our stay-at-home orders that we've had, there's going to be a decrease of our sales tax, which is going to probably have a tremendous impact on the budget. And when you look at the 1st Congressional District being diverse, of course, what we've already talked about, in many areas that are very rural or have high levels of poverty, what do you see as some places that will be able to adjust the budget to be able to manage to address those big issues of healthcare, education, and our economy?
Great. Well, I think, first of all, I was the first candidate to sign the Taxpayer Protection Pledge, which says I will not increase taxes ever. We do need to roll back some of the rules and regulations on businesses that don't make sense anymore. And that's one of the things that I think is going to help open up our economy, so that I really feel we're on the precipice of a new frontier here in America. And I am excited about that. So, but let's keep in mind that, especially right now in the Uinta Basin, things are very hard. Not only are they experiencing COVID-19, but I think it was 2 weeks ago, the price of a barrel of oil was negative $40. All right. And it's been absolutely devastating to that economy, which is based on the oil and gas industry. So we do need to work on infrastructure out specifically in more rural parts of our district. And we also need to make sure that other infrastructure such as super fast internet or fiber is available, so that people who can work remotely can work in these places and add to the economy. So when it comes to healthcare, I have a son with cystic fibrosis. So he's 22 and he's very healthy, but we've experienced how expensive it is to try and keep him healthy. And I think that is universal amongst all Americans, is the cost of healthcare is just so high. I think that we need to have more options, not fewer, so that we have more market based rates. And I think that one of the things that I'm really encouraged about is the telehealth, what's happening with telehealth. And it's been making it more possible for people to access a variety of healthcare options. And that brings down the price. So that's important. When it comes to education, you mentioned education as well. Also through COVID-19, I think we've found that we have the opportunity to restructure how we think of education. First of all, I want to emphasize that I think that it is the responsibility of families and local governments in order to meet the needs of our kids. Because honestly, we love our kids more than some bureaucrat back in DC does. So, but I'm really excited about the idea of having kind of an a la carte education for kids, and you can choose the teacher you want for the kid for the specific subject, but still have, you know, band and drama and all the fun stuff. I think that this has helped us think of education in a different way, and it might help us come up with more creative ideas on how to provide a world-class education to our kids.
I want to thank you today for joining us. You have put your name out there for running for Congress for the 1st Congressional District for here in Utah, and we appreciate your hard work.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Awesome. I'm Ember Conley, host for Political Peaks. Remember to watch us on live streaming, over the air on Channel 36, Comcast Channel 17 and 102, and to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Park City TV.